Hello and welcome to yet another episode of the Euroman Movie Report, the show where I talk about a movie I have recently watched at my local movie theatre. This week I'm going to talk about The Mummy. The Mummy is the first installment of what is supposed to be Universal Pictures' Dark Universe franchise. And the Dark Universe franchise, which has nothing to do with the Dark Universe of the Marvel Universe, it's about that we have this shared Marvel-inspired cinematic universe where we have a cursed mummy, Dracula, the creature from the Black Lagoon, the Invisible Man, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, Dracula, and supposedly the Phantom of the Opera. They are in this shared cinematic universe, and The Mummy movie is supposed to be the first movie in that universe. And you guys of course remember that back in 1999 there was this movie called The Mummy, starring among others Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz, which was supposedly a remake of another movie from the 1930s called The Mummy, about some ancient Egypt character which returns to life after some enchantment and tries to wreak havoc on the earth. And in that original movie we had Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz stopping this ancient evil mummy played by some South African guy, I don't remember his name. And in this new The Mummy, which is a somewhat reboot of the 1999 version, we now have Tom Cruise as this Nathan Drake type character, who is a fortune hunter who, together with his sidekick Whale, I don't remember actually playing the role, but they are in Iraq searching for treasure, and then they come across this tomb or prison from ancient Egypt, as we refer to it, and it contains, you guys of course have seen the trailer, an mummified evil entity played by the chick who was in Kingsman, who played the henchwoman to Samuel Jackson, who wants to return to the earth to create havoc, to recreate or to bring forth a real world incarnation of the Egyptian god of death, Seth. And Tom Cruise, he as I said, he had this sidekick called Whale, who and here's a spoiler of course, is connected to the evil mummy, like Benji, who was a somewhat sidekick for Brendan Fraser's character in the 1999 version. And there you go, there's a similarity between the two movies. And then we have this British chick, or pretend British chick, blonde with glasses, who is the archaeologist, librarian type, who is a somewhat love interest for Tom Cruise character. And the chick who plays the mummy, Sophia something, as I said, she's good at being scary because, she's basically like, if you've ever been in a bad relationship and you feel that the other person simply sucked the life energy out of you, then that's the definition of her mummy, because I guess maybe the scriptwriter had been in a bad relationship once, who knows, with a succubus. But the movie is in some ways very similar with the original, or the movie which is a remake of the Brendan Fraser film, but in other ways it isn't, because, as I said, it is supposed to be the first installment of the Dark Universe franchise. So in part of the film they run into this League of Extraordinary Gentlemen type of entity who resides under the British Museum of History in London, led by none other than Russell Crowe. And Russell Crowe, he plays Dr. Jekyll. And there's a CGI scene where Russell Crowe, he transforms into Mr. Hyde. And I must say, if you compare it to the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, Mr. Hyde, it does look a whole of lot better. The acting in general, Tom Cruise, he's great in action, and the chick who played his librarian archaeologist sidekick, she does a good job as well, and Sophia something who plays the mummy, she's great at being horrible. And Russell Crowe, yeah, he's just being Russell Crowe, but he's okay as well. The CGI in general does look okay. I didn't watch it in 3D because you guys of course know that I feel that my opinion is that many of the current Hollywood movies are post-converted into 3D, and since 3D tickets often cost 20% extra, I don't want to pay 20% because I'm only on my teacher's salary. So all in all, if I'm going to rate The Mummy, yeah, it was a bit predictable and a bit slow in some places, so I will say 2.5 out of 5 stars. And it will remain to be seen if this movie earns enough money to continue the Universal Pictures Dark Universe idea of making a monster franchise. But that's it, Euroman of Euroman's Movie Report. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, if you liked this video / movie talk, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to watch my previous reviews / movie talks, you can click a link in the description. But I will return next week with another movie review. Until then, have a pleasant weekend, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.